Hello everyone and welcome to the replay of my round 1 Steel Gauntlet game versus Candlejack, where my beautiful snotlings faced off his beautiful gnomes. This was literally just streamed live on my Twitch. Unfortunately, in the mix of me going home for Christmas, a setting appeared where where I didn't record any of the sound. So we are snotlings versus gnomes. And just wait for the setup to happen before we go through the skills and the client UI, I suppose. So here we go. Candlejack is the gnomes in red. He's got 14 players. So on the bench, we can see over here, he has 2 rookie gnomes and then a double move up fox. Which is very cool. He has 4-year-olds and an Apo. And then on the pitch, he's got 2 illusionists, one with dodge, a rookie fox, a dodge lino, a dodge beastmaster, who, I mean, all the gnomes, for people who don't know, have, wrestle, stunty, jump up. Beastmasters start with guard as well. This gnome has diving tackle. He's just a lino. A beastmaster with defensive, another dodge gnome, another dodge gnome, a block guard tree, and a movement up guard tree. And then for us, like I said, we were down with 630,000 gold to induce. So we induced Skitter, we induced Righteous Rookies, we got 2 bribes, a keg, and a bias ref. And a wizard. I don't know if I mentioned the wizard, but we had a wizard as well. Which is pretty funny, isn't it? I mean, it's just shitter snotlings, right? So we set up like this. We roll a 3 on the swarming, so we got to place 3 players, and just put them in here. And then of course we were fortunate to get a blitz as well. The troll decides to vomit on himself. And then we decide to throw in a snotling to put some pressure on, land in a tackle zone, don't land in a tackle zone, and Kaz herself. For those who are unfamiliar with the snotling sprites on Fumbbl, these are obviously the trolls. We have Skitter, we have 2 stilty runners, we have 2 fun hoppers, and the rest are just rookies. And then this fella here is a bomber. It's very cool. So we're very much happy to give up some hits. And unfortunately, that one meant that he could just come in and blitz our troll, which he does, and stuns him because of block. I just noticed that you can't see the rolls pop up here, so I'll try my best to keep everyone involved. So he has block, and he uses the block skill, knock him down, makes all this like a pretty good cage, which is pretty wild, considering we have a bomber and we have a wizard and we have a gutter runner. So some turn we'll just decide to, go all in. So he won a 9 the dodge and KO'd himself. And then I just decided that I'm going to throw the bomb in here. It's going to be a 5+. 3+ to just to get it going from over here, right? As in, on a 3+, it doesn't just bounce here and kill all my players or go backwards. So on a 5, fine, let's go. We roll a 5, it was perfect. Ball lands here. Kaz's defensive beastman. It's insane, it's insane what just happened. Let's go a bit slower. So, bomb comes in. Kaz's the defensive beastmaster. The Apo gets used to patch him up, so he's fine. He's on the bench. It then KOs the fox who's handling the ball. It also hits the diving tackle, and it KOs the other guy. So we hit 4 of their players. All 4 of them got knocked down, and 3 of them got removed. which is just insane. Like, absolutely, like, lucker dog Heatabix. I'm pretty happy to keep these loners on the trees and just try and get some tackle zones around the ball. And then just, yeah, get some more tackle zones around the ball. Basically. All of a sudden, like, the gnomes are in massive trouble, right? There's like 5 gnomes left on the pitch and 2 trees because of that one bomb. We still have like 2 bribes and a keg and a wizard and a bomber and a skitter. Like, it's just insane. So comes in for the 1D. We decide to not scatter the ball. I don't mind him going for this 4+ pickup, because we still have the bomber, right? And we have a wizard and we have a skitter to just come and do something at any point. So I was kind of like, fine. If he gets the pickup, he gets the pickup. Maybe he wastes a reroll. But as it was, he did get the pickup and got the dodge out. So Troll Blitz. This troll has Frenzy. So we were able to get the double push onto the ball. And now the ball is based again. Like double based the ball. And triple based the ball. And then the bomber's just not doing anything this turn. And then we decide to not wizard. So the tree takes a blitz on the troll and gets a push. And bases the bomber, because Candlejack sees the threat of the bomber. Doesn't get a pow on this snotling, so we're trading snotlings for trees here, which is just fantastic for us. He pops dodge, but makes it. Very exciting, like 1 in 9 potential there. And like if this was a 1 in 9 as well, like the troll just comes straight in. Takes that 2D, and we get the pow push into dodge here, and Candlejack just makes a nice screen. It's pretty cool. So obviously we can just dodge a bunch of stuff through if we want to. Just, you know, base the ball or 2 dice the ball. I don't really think we need to. I think we have enough numbers. So we blitz the illusionist, who uses his trickster skill to come over here. So we take a push, and then we use the vomit one to keep him where he is, so that we're basing both of these guys as well. Then we get to take this 2D. And then I was looking at like bringing this guy in to making this 1D, and I was like, I don't know. I don't think we do. And then the bomber snakes the dodge off. But we had put the Fun Hopper on the tree to keep him there anyway. So that's fine. Our tree magnets are holding strong. Like just a stun and not even an armor break there. Kind of laughing. And then Candlejack, the clever sot he is, comes in and puts diving tackle on our skitter. Because there's no way he protects this ball, right? He just kind of has to rely in Rog. So I debated whether or not we used the wizard this turn. Like, straight up use the wizard. I opted that we didn't. And then we used Skitter's stab to just stab the diving tackle. Because we could easily 2 dice this without Skitter. And, like, the Beastmaster can't be thrown anyway. Like, so it's not like the Beastmaster can run over here and get thrown down the field. So all of a sudden the number advantage is really, really coming into our hands. Quite fortunate to get the POW, like, you know, a bolt down would have been happy as well. So then we just foul it, kick it in the head, get the stun. And then there's not much the gnomes can do at this point, right? It's just a case of Skitter coming down, picking up the ball and scoring, you think. That gnome fails a dodge and immediate turnover. So that's the half pretty much done for all intents and purposes. Just repositioning the trolls, make them a bit more useful. So for some reason I opted to not foul with Skitter, or to not pick up the ball with Skitter. I think my plan was to just do it next turn, right? Like, get in here, get the guaranteed armor break on the Beastmaster, because there's nothing else you can do. And that still gives us 3 turns to pick up the ball and score with Skitter. Basically. And then this was a mad play. Candlejack dodges the tree to blitz Skitter, and uses up like 2 of his rerolls. And then, very surprisingly, didn't take the boat down. He re-rolled it looking for the POW. But yeah, like the 6+3 dodge really was like, oh man, what are we gonna do here? But yeah, I mean, obviously it's so huge if the tree dodge works, right? And did I make a mistake here? I should have just picked it up with the Stilty Runner, but for some reason I decided to do like an extra dodge as well, which was just silly. Not that it would have made any difference, but it might have meant that Skitter gets surfed. And Skitter pops dodge, but I decided that it's worth a reroll to try and keep Skitter on the pitch, not to take an armor break, an armor roll on him. And we fell, and he's fine. So the strive looks pretty good, doesn't it? Until you realize you're playing against gnomes, and then no drive ever looks good. Because they can just roll a million 3+s and then just come in and sack the ball. Goddamn gnomes. Yeah, man, gnomes they're so much fun, but they're an absolute nightmare to try and play against. Just realized my camera is actually blocking that. There's no chat, so I might as well just put that there. Might as well just hide that. Glorious. There you go. You can still see our inducements over on the right hand side. So the gnome's down to 1 reroll. We still have all of this and a wizard, which it isn't showing. But we do still have the wizard. So we surf the dodge beast man. We pick up the ball, and like at the time I was quite worried about like, oh, but he's just gonna like dodge through, or he's gonna come around, he's gonna do whatever. And I was like, okay, we'll just form an absolute line around him so he can't get out, and it will kick him in the head for good measure. And that's pretty much the end of the first half. Candlejack with 1 casualty and 7 KOs. And of course the other Beastmaster came back as well from being badly hurt. So he took 9 removals in the half against snotlings, which is pretty good, isn't it? Pretty good. So into the second half then. We the gnomes get a free reroll. They only have 9 players for the second half. We get 1 swarming, so we put them under the ball. I was an idiot and forgot to put in the assist, so I did that afterwards, so good job me. I played the second half really, really badly. Like, every time I did something, there was a mistake, basically. Like that block, this guy should have gone in first. This hit, we roll pow push and then push back, and he doesn't have dodge, but I just take push back anyway because I just assume he has dodge, basically, which is terrible of me. And then I miscounted this. Well, I didn't miscount it, right? If this guy hadn't gone stupid, then it's 2 dice with the troll on the tree. But you know, he did go stupid because I didn't put in the assist. So it doesn't count. So I think Candlejack does a pretty good job putting on some pressure, taking his blitz. Just to push and him. And it like these foxes are just so much problems for us. Like both foxes now in scoring range. So if Skitter comes up and gets sacked, so I decide, well, okay, clearly the only thing to do is to vomit on this fox. So we do get the stun, and then because that's stunned, we can take this 2D as well. So it's like, okay, we'll bring Skitter up, we'll make a bit of a screen, try and push for the 2-0, right? I think that's fine. Like, all these are based. So, there we go. And then Fumbbl the fox, +3. Gets caught. Roll the 3 on the armor. And just a 5 on the injury roll. So that 3 takes root, but gets the boat down to keep the pump wagon in base. And then gets the pow push on the troll to push him. 1 in 27s with that gnome, but he has wrestled, so it's all good. And then tries to dodge in to give guard to come and sack the ball. And 1 in 9s to dodge in. So try and get our pieces back up. Come up and vomit on this guy. Looking to once again foul this gnome, or this fox even. We won in 9, re-roll that. Both down into Pow's skull. So now we just set up to move Skitter over into a safe place and take a foul action. But this still isn't played very well, like. But we do get the stun. And you know, like, there's not many gnomes left, right? This tree's rooted. This guy's stunned. This guy's stunned. There's really not much left. I suppose the foxes. It's the fox, like, it's the fact that they all have jump up, wrestle, and he has 2 foxes. Like, I don't think people are aware of how scary a fox is until you've played gnomes and you're just like, oh my god, foxes are insane. Because they are. Foxes are just an incredible piece. So we just decide to come over here, blitz this, and then we can take some space. And then everything should be pretty safe. You know, there is now like 4 movement pieces on the pitch. This one is rooted. But this guy, like, you know, at the same time, this fox can come down here, cancel these assists, and then this guy can 3+, 1D the ball. And then, like, this moving fox can just get up and pick it up. It's so silly. So we foul him, and we don't break armor. Yeah, we literally just don't break armor. Just pretty funny. Excuse me. So yeah, blitzes with the 3 on the troll. Gets the stun, so that's the troll more or less out of the game. Well, I mean, we can always pivot backwards again, right? And in fact, looking at this now, it's not what we do. But looking at this now, I think maybe we just pivot backwards and foul this. But instead, you're going to see us try and throw the game completely. So we do our traditional troll blitz. And I forget that you also need a movement on the rush. So it's 4 to move here, right? So it's 5 squares to blitz, but it just completely went out of my head, which is why nothing else was done before this. So we trip while rushing. We passed the loner 3+, and then we've tripped while rushing again, which just gives them 2D on the ball with recovery. So I tried to throw the wizard in as well to it's a 2+ wizard on a gnome. So I tried to throw the wizard in as well to try and save face, and also roll a 1 on that. So yeah, pretty bad throwing from me. Like, the bright side is, even if he sacks the ball, he can't recover it to the point that that he can score this turn. But like, it's so bad. It's so bad. I can't believe we did that. But he trips while rushing, puts in the reroll, doesn't get us, puts in the final reroll to try and get the POW or the boat down, and doesn't get us. So we kind of survive. We survived that. But man, I was so annoyed at myself for that blitz. Like, that blitz, I was so annoyed at myself. I was like, what am I doing? You know? And then because the 2 foxes are in scoring range, I just didn't want to do this 1 in 36 dodge off. So I put in the last reroll on a 1 in 9. So I did a 1 in 9 instead of a 1 in 36, but like, the 1 in 9 doesn't lose us the game. So we got him down, and then we POW the fox as well. But we did the blitz in such a way that like he couldn't base skitter again with the blitz. So I was happy with that. So yeah, ball's pretty safe. Pump wagon gets killed, which is I mean, it makes no difference to me whether the pump wagon dies or not. To be fair, the pump wagon was only heard towards the end of the run to try and help us get enough TV to get games. So the pump wagon dying, I was just like, yeah, fine, whatever. So I guess this blitz was to come over here and base skitter afterwards. I thought he would just come in though, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, double rush. So then Skitter's just trying to get out of town, trying to create a bit of a screen for him. Gets another POW, because we rolled a lot of POWs in this game, in fairness. And then yeah, ball's pretty safe. And then he comes in for the 2D on the ball, or the 1D on the ball, sorry. 1D on Skitter. And 1 in 9 is the first dodge. And Skitter runs away for GG. So our underdog snotlings managed to get the win against the pesky gnomes. Which I felt very sad about. Like, I love gnomes. Gnomes are my heroes. I have the most fun playing gnomes, I think. It's not as fun playing with snotlings. Playing with snotlings is just your brain's switched off, right? I mean, at least my brain is switched off playing snotlings. But yeah, we got the win. Thankfully, just about. There you have it. It's very funny. Our team name is For Dimmy as well. So we won that game for Dimmy. So yeah, that was GG in that game, as you can see here. Like, it's really funny. Like, we used the wizard purely because we messed up. We probably wouldn't have used the wizard otherwise. We didn't need the bribes because we argued the call on... We managed to argue the call like twice anyway. The kegs, I don't know if the kegs were used. Bias ref was pretty handy. Rookies and Skitter, obviously, were pretty damn good. So in the next round, we have the coaches. Let me just move my face over here. So next round, round 2 of Steel Gauntlet, we have the coaches Norse, who has 14 players. And it's pretty scary, you know. 3 rerolls, an apothecary. Very interesting, just one like Berserker, Valkyrie, and Ulf, though. I'd imagine they're going to win the game against us comfortably. You know, like Mighty Blow Tackle is just going to go to town against us. Yeah, it's going to be scary, but we should have similar amount of inducements. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hope everyone had a lovely Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. I should be back with some more Air League stuff in this coming week, hopefully. Yeah, I was away for Christmas, so I missed one game which I uploaded, and we lost against Fumbbl Baggins, and then I had the bye week this week, so it all kind of went against me as to try and get some YouTube content. But hopefully, we can have a bit of a Fumbbl run. Actually, let's see before I do wrap it up. So if we do beat the coach, we face the winner of Prof and Wotan. Prof's Chorfs and Wotan's Undead. So that's pretty cool. Right, anyway, that'll be it. Thanks everyone for watching, and catch you all later.